Dear learners, in this session we are going to learn a new analytic platform called KNIME Analytic Platform, and we are going to perform sales analytics as a part of IoT Virtual Lab. KNIME Analytics Platform, it's a free and open source software for creating data science. So this is going to provide a virtual representation and it helps us for analyzing the data, and this platform also helps us to give the way how to cleanse the data so we can remove the unwanted data. So cleaning of data is possible through this platform, and prediction data could be predicted, so output could be visualized in the dashboard panel as a chart. So just surf this page www.knime.com. So here we are going to download this KNIME analytic platform. So just get started. It will be a 3 simple step process. So here we are supposed to provide our details, your first name, last name, and then you can click your read and accept privacy policy. If you want to select the first two options, you select it, but you make sure you have to select this. I have read and accept the terms privacy policy. Then you have to click this next download KNIME. Just click this yellow button, next download KNIME. So you will land on this download option. So you could download for your platform based on your platform. So it is available for Windows, Linux and Mac. Since my system belongs to a Windows platform, I am going to download this KNIME Analytic platform for Windows Zip. So you just click the last option, KNIME Analytic platform for Windows Zip archive, download. The size was 547 MB when I was downloading this. So just click download. So your downloading has started, and it will a zip file will be downloaded in your download folder. So all done. Now we can start our first flow. So before we start our flow, we are supposed to install this downloaded KNIME. So unzip and click eclipsec.exe. So first you just unzip the folder, just locate it. It will be available in the download folder. So unzip the folder, then you could see eclipsec.exe file will be available. You double click it. If your computer holds your Eclipse platform already installed in your system, then you no need to download this. You don't no need to double click this Eclipse exe file. You can use your existing Eclipse file. If your system does not contain this Eclipse, then you can double click this eclipsec.exe. Once you double click it, this will show the Java path configuration will ensure that the completion of your Eclipse completion installer. Now just click KNIME.exe. Click KNIME.exe file in the same zip folder. So then it will ask you the workspace. So you can give the default workspace, or you can configure the workspace as per your requirement. Then you just click launch. So we have installed Eclipse and KNIME. For Eclipse, if your system holds, or if the system already has this installer of Eclipse, you don't need to install it again. You can use it at that version itself. Else you can double click your Eclipse version to install your Eclipse. Then followed by you can double click KNIME in order to install your KNIME installer. So after this, your progress of KNIME would be visualized. It may take nearly 5 to 10 minutes based on the processing capacity of your system. So if your system holds antivirus, then the installation takes much more time. So make sure you just disable your antivirus. If you are using antivirus, then longer time it will consume. This is what it shows. Then the completion of the KNIME installation will get over. So once that is over, you could see this GUI of the KNIME. So this is a complete GUI of the KNIME. The various components of the KNIMEs are, it holds KNIME Explorer, KNIME Explorer is going to give the overview of the available workflow. all the available workflow could be visualized in this KNIME Explorer. Then we have a panel called Workflow Coach. This will list out all the recommended nodes available for our workflow. So this is a panel for Workflow Coach. It lists all the nodes recommended for our workflow built on the community of KNIME user. And next we are going to see an important panel called a node repository. So for the Node-RED user, you might be knowing we will be having Node-RED palette in the Node-RED platform. Similar to what we are having node repository here. So there we will be calling them as a node palette in Node-RED. Here we are going to call them as node repository. So all the available nodes in the KNIME Analytics platform, which will be visualized here, and this is going to help us to build our workflow. So workflow can be generated or it could be built based on the various nodes available in this node repository. So this is all about the left hand side panel. In the right hand side panel, we have KNIME Hub. So this will help us to access the KNIME in the drag and drop components. So all the drag and drop nodes, components, workflows, so everything could be accessed from this KNIME Hub, and its particular description of this particular workflow and the selected node will be available. Similarly, we do have informations in the Node-RED, so which is going to give the information about each node. Similarly, we have a description in this KNIME Analytics tool. So this description is going to give the complete details about the node selected for our workflow. Then we have a node monitor, which is going to show the current flow values. So whatever value you're configuring and whatever output it has been executed, all the nodes could be monitored. The output sequence could be monitored in this node monitor. Then we are going to focus on an important panel or important sections called workflow editor. So as like our sample flows in our Node-RED, here also we have a workflow editor. So this is the place where we are going to insert all the nodes. So this is going to play a vital role. So this is our workflow editor where we are going to drag and place our required node, and we are going to connect it, and we are going to configure it, and we are going to execute it. So these are the various functionals we are going to do with this nodes inside this workflow editor. So we can to start with the flow, we are going to download a sample CSV file available in this website. Else you can use your own CSV file available in your local drive. So I'm going to use a sample CSV file used in this description, CSV download. So I'm going to download this CSV file, okay, and that will be get stored in my downloads. Okay, so after downloading it, we are going to build our first flow. This is a sample flow we are going to create. We are going to insert a CSV file reader as a first node, followed by we are going to insert a column filter node, and then we are going to include row filter node, and finally we are going to visualize the output using two charts called stacked area chart and pie donut chart. So this is the output visualization where we are going to see this sales analytics. So this is the CSV file which help us to read the file, and the column filter will help us to streamline which column we required for processing our application, and the row filter help us to cleanse our data. So unknown data could be deleted. So for cleansing we can use this row filter, and then for visualizing the output we are going to use this stack area chart and pie donut chart. So this is the first 6 steps we are going to use it to build the workflow. First we are going to download and create a new flow. Then we are going to drag and drop the CSV file into the Workbench editor. Then we are going to drag and drop the filter data of the column filter node. Then using row filter node, we are going to exclude the unknown values. Then we are going to visualize the output with the stacked area chart and the pie donut chart node. And we are going to visualize the output by clicking the execute and open output visualization. So this is the 6 steps we are going to build it for this, and it's very easy and it is very interesting as well. So before we start with the flow, let us learn a few terms about the nodes in the workflow. So the KNIME analytic platform, it gives individual tasks are represented by the nodes. So as like Node-RED, every node is going to perform its own or unique task onto it. So every node has its special function associated with it. So each node is displayed as a colored box with the input and the output port. So we do have a input port and we have a output port. For every node we have this two component, input port and the output port, which help us to connect across the different nodes. So this node can perform some sort of informations like sorting of tasks, including reading, writing files, transforming data, training models, creating visualization, and so on. So drastic applications could be incorporated using this KNIME analytic platform. So this could be accomplished with the help of the existence of various nodes. So this node is a CSV reader node, which as a node name will be displayed as a CSV reader, and the input port will be visualized in the left hand side of the every node, and in the right hand side of every node we could see this output port. Probably this data table will be the output node for this CSV file, and file system will be the input node for the CSV file, and the node annotation will have 3 to 4 status could be visualized. We'll be learning the status in our next slide. So then this green signifies this node got executed successfully. So that is all about the node and the workflow. So as I stated, let us learn the various status of every node. The node can be of any one of these 4 different states. Okay, so this can be shown in different traffic light combinations in the given below. So if red is occurred in the first signal, then it says it is not configured. So it is not configured. The node is waiting for configuration or incoming node. Once your configuration is over, now the second yellow light will be blinked. So it ensures that the node has been configured correctly and it can be executed. So it is ready for execution. Then after execution got over successfully, then your third light will be turned to red. Sorry, green. So green signifies we executed the node successfully, and the results may be viewed and used in downstream nodes. So other nodes can be used for the further processing from this corresponding node. So we are going to visualize 3 important status. It can be not configured or configured with yellow color and green color for completion of execution. If any node has encountered any error during execution, then you could see a cross symbol in this second panel. Okay, in the second signal we could see this cross symbol. So these are the various node status. So we have seen what is all about the node, and we have seen what is the various status has been configured with this node status. So this is your error. So let us start with the KNIME workflow. The left hand side you could see a box that box, you just click it, that is going to hold a new KNIME window. So you just click this new KNIME window, then the workflow wizard will be opened. So here you can give the name. So I have given KNIME underscore IoT1. Then you can store your local destination of your workflow. So here the destination workflow, I am going to take it as a default. If you want to specify your workflow, you can specify it using the browse and then just click finish. So I'll just repeat. On the left hand side you have a screen like panel with a drop down menu. You just click this, you will get an option like new KNIME window workflow. You just click this new KNIME window workflow. Then workflow wizard will be opened. You just give your name, workflow name, and then you just click finish. So once you are done, now your clean workflow is ready for creating a, help us to build a workflow now. So a clean an empty workflow has been created. So this is a place where we are going to create our workflow. So now as a first step, you just open your download file and then drag and place this CSV file into this workplace. Okay, so just drag this file and place it in this workplace. So once your dragging and dropping is over, you could see the CSV reader will be popped out automatically. So if you want to configure the reader options or the comment option, everything could be configured here. Actually, this helps us to identify what are the various fields this CSV file holds. So this particular CSV file contains the various columns like product, country, date, quantity, amount, card, and SD customer ID. So these are the various columns available. So in order to start our processing for our requirement, we are supposed to know the inbuilt content. So the component, the rows and the column values we are supposed to know. That's what it automatically opens this dialog box. Then click OK. After that, we are going to filter the data with a column filter node. So we are going to insert a column filter node. So to do it, you just go to this node. You just go to this node repository. In the node repository, you type column filter node. So just type column filter node. So before that, if you want to configure and execute the CSV file, you right click the CSV file, then you can configure it and you could execute it. So if you want to visualize the table, you can view this file table in order to visualize it. Okay. So this you can do it before inserting your column filter node. So once you configure and execute and you've seen your filter table, then you can go to your node repository and you can search the column filter. So I just used column filter in the node repository. Then you could visualize this column filter is available. Okay, so the list of nodes available in the node repository will be displayed here. So what we have to do, we have to select or drag this column filter and then just place it in the workflow. So after that, we are supposed to connect the input output node of the CSV. So as like node read, you just click this output node and you just drag your mouse. So automatically wire will be connected wires will be popped out. You just click your output node so that the input node or output node of your CSV file gets connected with the input node of the column filter. Like this, it's very easy. Drag and drop and connecting your wires is very easy in this platform. So once this is done, so column filter node is available now. So we are going to configure it. So right click it and click configure. Okay, so now we are going to select the nodes which is going to be excluded, the column which is going to be included and excluded. So these are the various nodes which is already available in this CSV file. So out of this, if I want to work on with a particular column, so you can select it and you can toggle between this using this front and the back end arrow. So using this front and back end arrow, you can toggle it. So now the product was earlier set here. So I have moved it using this this button. I have moved it. Again, if you want to make my card should be moved to exclude, you select the card and click this. So that you could see I have moved product, quantity, card, custom ID because I'm not going to use it for my visualization process. I'm going to use only the country, date and the amount. So I'm going to include it. I'm going to exclude these column names. So I'm just including this column names here and I'm just removing exclude. If you want to include the product, you can select this and you just click this so that the product will be appeared here. Like this, you can toggle between the columns from the input include panel to the exclude panel. Then click OK. Then you could see the output of your column filter. So previously we can see this table contains all the data like product, country, date, quantity, amount, card, customer ID, everything was there. But after streamlining with this particular requirement, after executing it, now you could see whatever I excluded has been removed, whatever I be included was there available, country, date and amount is available. So this is the complete column filter. So we have done with the complete column filter. Now we could see the row contains unknown values, everything. So unknown values are there. If you want to remove that unknown value, we are going to do using the row filter. So this is the output of your column filter. Now we are going to remove this include. We are going to exclude this unknown values with the row filter. Again, now we are going to start with a node repository. You type row filter. So once you type row filter, the various combinations of row filters will be available. First, let us start with a basic row filter. You select this row filter, drag it and place it in the workflow. So once you select and drag it your basic row filter into the workflow, you can configure it. So here we are going to select exclude rows by attribute value. By default, include rows will be I. So now you just toggle to exclude. So you just click this exclude rows by attribute value. We are going to exclude this unknown value. So just click this and select the appropriate country. The country contains unknown values. I'm going to select this country and I'm going to use a pattern. So which of this has to be excluded? Wherever the row contains unknown, that is going to be excluded. That row and we are going to exclude it. Okay, we are going to ignore those rows. Okay, so just click unknown here, then click OK. So now right click it, then execute, click execute. So now you could see the first row 0 which contains unknown has been excluded. So this is the output of the row filter. So we used column filter to identify or to filter out the column details. We are using row filter in order to remove the unknown values, or if you want to filter something with row components, if I want only the China details to be displayed, or I want to exclude the China details, you can do it appropriately. Include and exclude options are available in the row filter. So to visualize your data with we are going to use a stacked area chart and the PyDonut chart nodes. So now I again come to the node repository. You just type chart. So once you click a chart, all the possible charts available in this visualization will be displayed here. So I'm going to drag and place the stacked chart area chart, and I'm going to drag and place PyDonut chart. So once this is done, we are supposed to configure it. So right click it and you just configure it. So this is stacked area chart. This is stacked area chart. You select the component which we are going to see visualization. So I'm going to take a date here and click OK. Then in the pie chart, again I'm going to take country for the pie chart, and if you want to show the aggregate methods like occurred, count, sum, average appropriately, you can select it, then you can click OK. So now we can see the output by right clicking this chart area. You could see execute and open views. So if you want to visualize output immediately, you kindly select this execute and open views. So once you click execute and open views, you could see the output of your stacked area chart. So this is the output of your stacked area chart. Now if you want to visualize the output of your PyDonut, again you just right click the PyDonut chart, then click execute and open view. So you could see this pie chart. So that's all about this presentation. So let us have a small demo now. So this is the KNIME analytic platform, which contains this Explorer, Workflow Coach, Node Repository, workflow area editor, and this is the monitor, node monitor, and this is the Knife Hub, and this is the description. So first let us start with the flow. So click here, you can see new Knime workflow. So I'm just going to give the name as IoT sales. So let me give IoT sales, and I'm going to store it in the default location. Just click finish. So a blank workflow will be open here. So now I can select the downloads. So I'm having a sales data. So drag and paste it, drag and place it here. So you can select your own CSV file as well. So I'm using this downloaded CSV file. Then as soon as I dragged, you could see the various components like product, country, date, quantity, amount, card, and customer ID, which contains rows of unknown values. This is a default data which has been stored in this CSV file. Then you just click OK. So you can right click it. If you want to configure something, you can configure the same thing, else we can give execute. So I'm just going to give execute in order to convert it into the node file table. Okay, so now you could see the color has been changed to green. So now I have done with the CSV file. Now I'm going to search for column filter. So type column filter. You could see this column filter. You drag it and place it column filter here. Okay, so now connect the output node of my CSV file. You just drag a line and just put a line, just stop your mouse here, so it gets connected. So in order to configure your column node, right click, configure. So I'm not going to use this product. So select this product and click this left hand side arrow mark. So I'm not going to talk about the quantity. I'm not going to talk about this card. I'm not going to talk about the customer ID. So I'm going to exclude it. I have excluded all this value. I'm going to include only these value as discussed in the presentation. Now click OK. So now click execute. So execution. Now the color has been changed. So it indicates there is no error. If you want to see the table, you can see the filtered table. Now the table contains the country, date, and the amount. Now the table contains unknown values like row 0. Okay, so now we are going to exclude it using this column row filter. So now type in the node repository row filter. So you could get a row filter, the basic panel. You just take this, drag it and place it here. Now connect the output of the column filter to the row filter. Then right click. So now you can see this is in the green. First is in the red. Red signifies configuration as not set. Okay, so I'm going to configure it, and right click, I'm going to configure it. I'm going to select this exclude row. By default include row was there. Now I'm going to perform an operation like exclude row by attribute values. So you can do any operations. You can include row by numbers, you can exclude row by numbers, you can include row by row ID, you can exclude row by row ID. So whatever operations you like to give, you can give here. Okay, so I'm going to select the country. Okay, and I'm going to select the pattern here. So whichever unknown value is listed, I'm going to exclude it. Okay, then I'm going to give OK. So I've done with this. So now you can see configuration is over. So my traffic lights shows a red, yellow color. So now in order to get a green color, you just give execute. Once it is no error, then it converted to green color. Now you can see my row 0, which holds unknown value, has been excluded. So this is the output of the row filter. Now in order to visualize your output, I am going to use a chart. So just in the node repository, type chart. So I'm going to take a stacked area chart, and I'm going to use PyDoNet chart, which has been discussed in the presentation as well. So now you can take the same output and you can connect it to the two outcomes as well. So I'm just dragging and then going to place it here. So drag it and then place it. So these are the two output nodes. Now you can configure, if you want to configure your stack area node, so same thing, amount is going to be there. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to change. So right click it, execute and open view. So when I click execute and open view, so it takes a few seconds to get the output. So now the chart area is about to display the output. So this is your stacked area chart for the given data. If you want, you can close it. Similarly, to execute your pie donut chart, right click, execute and open views. So it has some error, so it is showing some red symbol. So let us check what was the error. Right click it, configure it. So it shows the date, country, and let me select the country and give OK. Now right click, execute and open view. So now it get executed. So based on our requirement, you select the node and you can see this pie chart. So thank you so much for your learning.